I'm back. We were dashing and the signal cut out. So here we go again. We're just gonna hang out. This is hanging out. Let's see here. Alright, cool. I got the chat phone back on. Everything's good. I just went through that spot and I forgot that the signal cuts to 0, so it's gonna take a little while for people to find me. That's okay. Switch here on the chat phone. Let's turn this car off. No, I don't want that. Hey, Kendra. Yeah, I completely forgot that I have to go through a zone that has zero support, basically. So yeah, it killed the live. It froze it up, and I didn't think it was gonna come back, so I just ended it. You know what I mean? Figured we'd start this over again. It doesn't really matter. So this is do we just this doesn't, like, I don't have to make this polished or anything. It's great because we're hanging out. All I gotta do is just be safe and, you know, do all this stuff. So yeah, so I got a chat phone. That's cool. And let me turn the Doordash app back on and we'll start Doordashing again. I'm in the city now, so all right, cool. Thanks for being here. Glad some people found me. Good money making today. Not so far, because the last so on the last stream, I think I made like $15 or $16 because I took 2 orders. It was a small town. The first one was a $4, and then they added a $6.85 tip afterwards because I think they knew who I think they recognized me because I've delivered to them before. And then the next one was basically like $5 or something. So I think $16 is what I made in whatever time we were live just a minute ago. So we'll see if this is a little bit better, but I'm gonna turn this app on and we'll find out. See what we got going on today. Try to dodge the traffic, and so we'll see how it goes. Right? We'll turn it on and let's see what we get. Let's see if we get some orders. See if it's busy like the other night. And what I'll do is I'll probably just leave the phone in the car when I go in and pick up the orders and stuff, and when I go and drop them off. I'm not gonna try to take the phone with me and all that stuff. How you doing, LeBron, my sunshine? How you doing? Okay, and I'm glad I have a moderator here, but Kendra, if you have to go, that's understandable. With these vertical live streams, it's always good to get a moderator. $700 tonight, I don't know. No, so last week was really, really busy, and I did break 1K for the week, which is good on DoorDash, so that's pretty good. But I don't know if it's going to happen this week. We'll see. We'll see. It's not so bad so far. Today is only, what is today? Tuesday? So trying to dash as much as I can before Thanksgiving. My day's going good. I hope your day is going well. Let's see. Thank you for being here. Everybody hit the like button. I appreciate that. We're gonna just hang out and see who all shows up. You never know. Never know who's gonna show up on the vertical live streams. But yeah, so I can chat in the car while I'm waiting. We can hang out. We can hang out a little bit. But I'm probably only gonna do this for maybe an hour. Once it starts getting at 5 o'clock, I'll probably cut this off, and we'll just go. I'll work. Sometimes I'll take a break actually, and just avoid the 5 o'clock traffic altogether. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll just see where this goes, man. Could be an adventure. So let's turn the app on. And it's also a matter of whether, like, the algorithmic overlords at YouTube will allow me to do this. I've seen people do it. You know what I mean? As far as like driving and stuff like that, it doesn't seem to be illegal in my municipalities to do so. So I think we're good. We're gonna be safe. All right. Yeah, everybody's saying hello. All right, the app is on, so let's see how long it takes us to get an order. Also, hopefully the phone will stay charged. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna actually just plug it up right now. Untangle all these. It's a mess. Cables. I got too many cables. Too many devices. Too many devices. So I'm gonna put this. Let's see. I'm gonna wrap it around here so that it won't pull on the phone. That way it'll pull there, not the phone. Okay. And then we'll put this. We'll plug this up to the phone. No crashing allowed. Yeah, that's right. To drive very. Got our first order. Let's see what we got. Okay, and so the first thing that's happening is the app is freezing up. So I have to go to apps. I have to go to Dasher. I have to go to force stop. Okay, open the app back up. This happens all the time. It's a Jersey Mike's, $6 plus, 1 mile. We're gonna take it. Jersey Mike's is like right over here. So we're gonna take this one and see how it goes. $6. All right. How fast does it take to go broke door dashing? I don't know. This is a pretty good one though. 6 plus for a mile. So when it says plus like that, okay, what just happened? All right, one of these is not plugged in. Gotcha. So when it says plus like that, basically it could be more. It could be a tip after the fact. A lot of times it says $6 plus there. A lot of times it ends up being more like $6.25, right? It's like a trick, but we'll find out. We're gonna find out. So let's go over to Jersey Mike's and pick this order up and see what we got. Hope y'all are doing well today, and if you're watching the stream, I appreciate you being here watching the stream and hanging out with me a little bit. Oh, there's my microphone. Forgot that I had that. My microphone. All right, let me put that back up. I'm gonna get to the stop sign. We'll put the microphone back up. I have the sun shining, but the mic's in my sun visor, so I can't use the sun visor. Gotta put it back. Put it back. There we go. Oops. All right, so busy intersection here. See if we can get across. Can I get across? Thank you. This intersection is terrible. I wish I could show you guys. It's really not even an intersection, but it's become an intersection. They put on this. They put this new grocery store in this shopping center, and it's too much. It's way too much for what it is. So, but I hope everybody's having a good evening or afternoon, evening, morning, whatever it is where you are. All right, so we're gonna go. Actually, gonna pull through here. That way, so I don't have to back up on my way out. Anytime you can do that, that's a wonderful thing. So $6 plus for 1 mile. Let's go pick up this order. I'm gonna go pick up this order. You guys are gonna watch the car if you don't mind, and I'll be right back. All right. See. See, I told you I'd be right back. 1536. I don't know what that means. What does 1536 mean? Anyway, so going to a Christmas tree lot. So this should be interesting. There. Going to a Christmas tree lot. Okay. The chat phone was lagging a little bit. Hopefully not. Only took a minute. Yeah, not bad, right? Sometimes it's not like that. Sometimes you have to wait in the store. And that sucks because you're not getting paid when you wait. But yeah, let's go down here. So this is my GPS. I don't really need it. I don't think on this. I know where we're at. So we're going to a Christmas tree lot down here. It's telling me that it's busy in the town I just came from. Too late, Doordash. Doordash is a, it's like that, man. It'll beg you to work. You know, it's really probably not the best gig in the world, but it has its benefits for people like me. If you have other things going on, it could be good. Could be good, but you gotta really pay attention. Oh, it's marking the time. Okay, 15:36. Yeah, it was only 1 minute. Let's plug this GPS phone back in. Man, we might have to really go for it here. Got some traffic. Can't show you guys how it's done sometimes because can't talk about that. All right, let's go on the road again. Let's go to the Christmas tree patch. I hear they're selling Christmas trees over there. Let's see if they got something good. Yeah, so this is near a tennis court pool area. Pretty cool. I'm not that guy. I'm not the guy you think I am. All right, so here we are. At the Christmas tree patch. This is going to be a very quick order. And it's like a prime example of what I would love to just do all day long. If I could just take orders like this would be great, but it's not the ideal. It's the ideal, but it's not the reality. All right, so in the swim club here. Christmas trees. All right, guys, I'm gonna go drop this off, and I'll be right back. Actually, yeah. Park here. All right, I'll be back. Okay, so 8:25. Not too bad. Face looks better than Jeremy Renner. Yeah, I think so too. No, I'm just playing. I'm a little thinner than that guy. But that's actually not the first time I've heard that, which I don't know how I feel about that. You know, it just depends on how my hair's cut. But yeah, 8:25, pretty good. So here's the next thing. So do I just sit here and wait, or do I go kind of reset and go back to the spot? And this is a question a lot of times. What, you know, more like a box. I know my face doesn't look like a box. It's the hair. It's the hair. All right. So cool. All right. So do we sit and wait, or do we go back to the spot? And this is kind of an issue. A lot of people just sit where you're at. Actually, boom, here we go. Got a Five Guys. Man, gonna have to leave you guys in the car for a while on this one. So we're gonna take it. $6. It's not the best order. It's like 6 miles, but I'm in the process right now of protecting my acceptance rate. A lot of people on the internet don't like the platinum drivers, but I am right now currently in the platinum department, and it is working. And I'm sorry, but like at the end of the day, guys, I don't take the $2 orders, but I don't look at an individual order. I look at what I make all night, and I've experimented with this. I've done close to 15,000 deliveries. 15,000 deliveries, guys. Think about how many deliveries that would have to be per day. And right now, it seems like having the higher acceptance rate and being platinum is a beneficial thing. Overall, the overall numbers. I'm just being real. I know a lot of people don't like to hear that. I know, no tip, no trip, all that stuff. Look, I don't really take $2 orders, but if I have a $3 order that's going half a mile, I'll take it because it just gets me to the next one. And we're, like I was saying earlier, but I probably got cut off. With YouTube, eBay, Doordash, any of these apps, you learn that you're kind of playing games with the algorithm a little bit. Let me roll this window up. So the algorithm likes, it's not that I don't like the individual orders, but I realize sometimes if I take enough orders, especially when it's slow, when the traffic's not bad, I have more of a more leeway to not take the orders later when it's busier, when there's better orders available, and I'm able to actually say no more often when it counts. So it's in the middle of the day, it's the middle of the week, I'm taking the mediocre orders. I'm taking them because I'm building up the acceptance rate. I'm remaining platinum. I know some of you guys don't like that, but you don't want to hear it, but it is what it is. And then I am able on Friday night, Saturday night, I'm only taking good orders because I have the acceptance rate where I can, the window sound isn't that bad. That's good. Yeah, thank you. I might leave it down. It's fresh air. I kind of have this tendency to want to make videos good, but this is not one of those like videos. So I really don't care. I just don't want it to be unbearable for you guys if you're hanging out. But yeah, so that's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm taking this $6 for 6 miles. Is it the best order? No. Am I gonna have to sit in here and wait in Five Guys? Yes. Can we go in Five Guys together? No, we can't, unfortunately, because they play a lot of music in there. So yeah, we're just gonna have to, sorry, just have to make you hang out in the car. Hopefully it's not too bad, but I do appreciate you guys being here. So I'm gonna park here. And the thing about Five Guys is it's good for the customers to know this. It's annoying for the drivers, but if you have an order of fries at Five Guys, usually they have to make those fries when the driver shows up. Good thing is it doesn't take very long. But anyway, I'm about to go do that right now. I'll be right back. Don't let anybody take the car. That wasn't so bad. They had to do the fries, but I think they already had them in the fryer, so all they had to do was just put them together. Sweet. So yeah, you like that? I can chat while I'm in the store. I'm gonna turn that down. I don't need that anymore. Don't need you anymore. Go away. I'm here now. But yeah, I can turn on the app and I can go in and I can chat with you guys. That's awesome. All right, let me look where this is going so I don't have to mess with my GPS. I suggest knowing where you're going so you do not have to mess with looking at the GPS. It's just a distraction. All right, and yeah, so I know exactly where this is. Let's go. Oh, gotta put the key in the car. I got so excited. I was ready to roll, dude. Gotta put the key in the car. It doesn't work that way. All right, let's go. Let's go. Oh man, okay, so I don't want to go out that way. I don't want to go out that way. You know what I'm gonna do? Going out this way. That light, so the light at this intersection, well, I was saying earlier, the entrance to this parking lot or whatever, shopping center, is it's less than ideal. You have to take a right turn, and to take the left turn, you have to take a right and get in the far left lane, but it's always backed up, and there's really not enough room to get in, so you're like looking at the cars, and it's a mess. And they're gonna have to do something with that. They're gonna have to put in a light or another way of getting across, because it's just not gonna work. But what I do is I go down the street the other direction, unfortunately, and either make a U-turn here, or I can cut through. There's another route. It's a benefit to knowing where you're going. But yeah, this will save me some time, I think. It kind of looks like I'm going the opposite direction, but really I'm just getting the food to the customer in a more reliable way. So 3 minutes, not so bad. That's a lot. It's a lot of waiting to make not as much money, but like I said, it's about the totals. It's not really about the individual orders. And the strategy, my strategy, at least right now, is to maintain like a platinum level status, which means you basically take most of the orders, and then to get high enough, hopefully into the 80s by the weekends. Maybe not this weekend, this is Thanksgiving weekend, but by the weekend, so that you could be highly selective of orders on Friday and Saturday night when the high-paying orders are out. That's the strategy. So anyway, that's my strategy, but everybody has their own. Some people just won't take good orders. There's guys in the 40s acceptance rate. I get that. I totally get it. I was talking to a guy the other day. He's like in the 20s, I think, and he's just only taking good orders, but he might sit there for a while and cycle through the orders. And the only difference is that you have to schedule your dash, and sometimes there may not be openings, but in a busy market like this, there usually are openings. And recently there have been. I think they've been purging drivers. So hopefully I don't get purged. But we'll see. So I don't see why they would, or how they could. But I'm doing everything the right way. The contract violations that I had are gone. One of them, I think it took the 100 orders to get removed. I think one of them they removed because they were both flawed contract violations, but I think one of them they just removed because they knew it was BS. It's not legitimate. So anyway, all right, we got a little ride here, maybe 10 minutes, man. Yeah, not the best, but it'll start getting a little busier a little bit later on. Got a little cruise down the road. Yeah, I wish I could do music. music. So if it is in here, I was asking earlier, but I don't know if anybody who knows. What if you had, like on your phone, YouTube copyright-free music, right? And you played it through your speakers in the car while you're in the car on a live stream. With that, would you get a copyright strike or not? Could you do that? Could we have music potentially? Is there a way to have music? Not like on the video, but like in the video, like in the atmosphere. It's probably set on monetization right now. So if it's not monetized, I can do it. Maybe I'll do, that's worth it, because you don't make any money on these live streams anyway. You know what I mean? So maybe I should do that. Yeah, it's a good question. But it's copyright free. Like, you know, the music that we use. So like I use music in some of my videos, the more polished ones. I like to put cool music in there and stuff. It's all, dude, I just use that stuff at the audio library, the YouTube audio library. And it's like the one, they have different licenses, but you can look through and see what you're okay with and, you know, use what's appropriate. And then, you know, it just puts it in the description, the name of the artist and stuff. You can play that music during the live in the background. That'd be cool. So I might have to just get some of that just to put on a playlist on my phone, so that I can play through the speakers. Because like right now we could be jamming. We could be jamming, and that would be fun. That'd be much more fun than you know, because I'll jam. So that's the difference. The difference right now, we're doing what I do every day, but it's a little different, right? Because normally I'm jamming, and that would be a lot different. It's a different atmosphere, you know what I mean? But, so it's interesting. So we have all these pine trees, so we still have some greenery out here, but we have some leaves that are changing. Get over in this turn lane. Thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate you being here on this fine Tuesday. I like to listen to all kinds of music. All kinds of music, man. All of it. So it's interesting because I grew up in the South. So there was a lot of country music around when I was growing up. And it was like 90s and 80s and some of the older stuff too, like older stuff, because I have family members and friends and stuff, older friends that like that older country music. But then, you know, there's also a lot of rap music, stuff like that, which I listened to more when I was younger. I don't listen to rap as much anymore. It also depends on what type of rap. But I like all kinds of music, even all the way to classical music. I like synthwave music, and when I'm driving, and this is kind of cheesy, I don't care. When I'm driving, especially at night, I do like that synthwave stuff, right? It's just got a vibe to it, especially when I'm in the city at night with all the, they're not really neon lights anymore, but they look like neon lights. Raleigh has a lot of neon-looking lights nowadays. They're kind of, I guess they're LEDs, but they're the same. They fill that void that was left behind by the neon signs. And there's a lot of that in the city. And so you can really get a cyberpunk type of vibe by listening to some synthwave music. So that'd be like some 80s sounds with some synth, you know, stuff in there, some beats and some synthetic music. I like that stuff. Whatever, right? It's cool to drive to. It's really cool to drive to, in my opinion. It just adds a vibe. And then, yeah, of course, you know, all the stuff that was out in the early 2000s. Only reason to really listen to that for me is obviously a little bit of nostalgia. But I mean, it wasn't the best music, but I would say it's better than the music now, if that makes sense. I don't like a lot of the music now. And then, of course, now we're going to start hearing a lot more AI music, like AI, artificial intelligent music, whatever. This isn't really artificial intelligence. It's just taking a bunch of stuff and mashing it up, mixing it up, and it's like, but yeah, so there was like a country song, I guess, apparently, that is an AI music. And they, so here's something interesting. I was going to do a video on this the other channel, but I don't think this is important, but there's a country song, and I don't remember the name of it, and I don't remember the name of the artist, which is like AI, computer program or whatever. Something rusty, something, I don't know. But it's basically, it's a generic country, like most generic, most regular new country song that you can imagine, right? Not like the 90s and 80s stuff. Certainly not like the older stuff going way back. The outlaw country music, right? It's a whole different category, really. This is just like that, my truck, hot dogs and hamburgers, stuff like that. And it's, or like, my girl left me, all this stuff. Just the basic, most just crazy stuff. Like, just, the most cliche is what I'm saying. Not crazy, really, but. And there's this song, and they say, oh, it's the top of the charts, and it's the most downloaded on Apple iTunes or something like that. I don't know. I could be getting that wrong, but it was basically they were talking about how popular it is and all the stuff, and how it's the top of the charts. And so I looked it up. You can get to the top of the charts pretty quick, artificially. Like you can, and this is what I think happened. Now, granted, a lot of people probably did listen to this song. My wife said there were probably just a lot of drunk people that are drunk, listen to the song, they're under the influence, they don't care, and they kind of, it sounds okay, so they're like, yeah, I like this, man. And then, maybe they downloaded it. That's possible and probable in some of the cases. But I think some of it is also that you can artificially prop up those numbers on the AI music or whatever music. Like you put a song out, just like if you put a book out. If you had enough people just like make purchases of that book, it would probably hit the top sellers, the best sellers list for that day, or at least maybe even for just an hour. You could be number one. Like I remember I made an Amazon KDP book. I don't know if you guys know what this is, but it's just it's actually usually in my description. It's not in this video, but it's just a notebook, right? It's just a notebook. And it says a little book of great ideas. I just made it up, whatever, because I was playing around with Amazon KDP, and it sold a couple books, right? Because I kind of like sold it around. I was like, hey guys, I just made this, if you want to buy it, that's cool. I'll make like 50 cents on it. It was like a $5 book, and it's really just a notebook, but you could do a book, whatever. If you get enough people to buy that book, it actually goes up pretty high on the chart, the bestseller, Amazon bestseller, whatever, for the time being. But you can't maintain that unless you have actual organic, organic purchases, organic interest in the book. And it's the same thing with music. If they have enough people, maybe bots or whatever, bot accounts, and they buy up all this music, or they download the music, maybe they pay the fee, whatever, they paid for it, but they're trying to create a story, or they're trying to create maybe the product of this country music singer, right? I don't know how they're going to market that to anybody, because once you make those things, they're going to be all over the place, right? And so it's not going to be special. But they can do that, and then you got a bestseller. You got an Amazon bestseller book, whatever, or you got a top of the charts country music song. Yeah, for like a day. So that's what I think is going on with that. But anyway, so 1521. Let's see here. We got circle driveway. That's excellent. I love that. We don't even have to turn around. All right, so we're working for this $6.15 or whatever it is. All right. Be right back. Okay, nice. It's just $6 actually. West FGI. All right. Let's get out of this neighborhood. Now, the tricky thing is if you get deliveries on the way, you kind of have to take the delivery. You have to kind of like assess the delivery and take it. So we'll see if that happens, but I like to try to get to a parking spot first. Yeah, this would be when I'm jamming. I would turn something on right now, and we'd be jamming, man. Yeah, the AI music, not a big fan of it. Okay. Hang out here for a minute. We get the see if we get something over in this area. I may have to move though. Let's see. We get back on the road and move here. We're getting into that 5 o'clock, not 5 o'clock traffic, but pre-5 o'clock traffic, if you want to call it that. All right, so that was 6, then we had 8:25, so at 14:25, I think. We've been live for what, 38 minutes? Not the best, right? Yeah, and I had to go out of the city a little bit for this order, so that hurts. That hurts because, you know, I try to make 20, I'd like to make 20 or more per hour, and it doesn't always work out that way. But it is a Tuesday, so you gotta take that into consideration. And I gotta drive all the way back into town. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have took this order, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is. So hopefully everybody's having a great day where you are. Kendra, are you going to be doing the Grinch? It's Tuesday, right? So you're doing the Grinch later, hopefully. It should be interesting. I'll be off here by then, I'm sure. Once it gets dark, this is coming soon. Go ahead and get off here. I don't want to be riding around in the dark. Thinking about doing some point of view drives again. I don't have a cool car necessarily to do it in right now. I mean, I have the Jeep. The Civic is still under construction. It's really not under anything. It's just down. And then, yeah, so I have this car, which doesn't really matter if I go to a cool place. And I was thinking about driving like downtown Raleigh, and maybe doing some downtown like Durham too. There's a lot of historical buildings and stuff in Durham. And we got an order coming in. Taking that. Farina, a neighborhood Italian for 10 plus. And we'll just change course here. Changing course. 1050 plus, I think it said. All right. See where that's at. I know where that is. That is, yes, I know where that is. Pretty good, man. That's not a bad order. So you see how that is. Sometimes they put you in a bad situation. You're like driving and you gotta, yeah, it's not good, but it's not ideal, but it's how things are. And everybody knows that's how things are, right? Like it's just, the companies know it, whatever, it is what it is. At this point, everybody's always on some thing. And I try to stay away from that, but you really can't help it with this. But yeah, pretty good, man. I'm excited about that. It's not too far away. So if we get that and bang that out within this hour, which might be close. We would be a little over $20 for the hour, so that's not terrible. It's not great, but it's a Tuesday, so just taking what I can get, you know what I mean? Just taking what I can get. But yeah. So yeah, think about doing the point of view drives, and I need to do some. I'm gonna do some tabletop stuff too. We're gonna look at some themes on the tabletop. That was another channel that I was gonna make, and I just don't have the bandwidth to do. I really don't want to manage it in another channel right now. So what I'm gonna do, because I just started the other one. It's only been like 2 months, guys. So what I'm gonna do is I'm probably just gonna do those videos, those tabletop videos over here on this channel, probably. So just mixing it up, because I already mixed up so much stuff on this channel already. It's already crazy, you know. Might as well just get even more crazy. Why not? So yeah, I'm going to a pretty cool little place here. That is, it's like a little, like a village, but it's not. I mean, it's not a village, but they call it a village. And it really is just a group. It's like a shopping center, shopping mall type thing, but it's not. It's outdoor, and it's a lot of high-end stores, a lot of high-end restaurants and things like that. Bars, restaurants, noodle shops, which is a restaurant as well. But you know, it's pretty cool. So yeah, do the tabletop stuff, the headset. I might do the point of view driving stuff like for Christmas to show you guys the, you know, what like the city over here looks like in Christmas. That'd be cool. Could be fun, right? I think it could. All right, so we'll do this again. When I get in here, I can text. I can actually interact with the chat more when I'm picking up the orders than any other time, because I can take my phone, my chat phone, and I can interact with you guys. Let's see how this goes. See how this goes. This is a busy shopping center. It's gonna be tough to find parking. They do this a lot in Raleigh. They do this a lot. A lot of places are very busy. A lot of shopping, a lot of stores in the shopping center. Not a lot of parking. It's kind of crazy because a lot of the centers were designed for like 10 years ago, 15, 20 years ago, and it just ain't the same city anymore. So we have that issue with parking. Okay, now that's the restaurant. I'm parking over there. I'm gonna back in. I like to back in because you're less likely to get in an accident. Somebody speeding through the parking lot, acting like it's a racetrack. I feel like an old man sometimes because I'm like, I actually saw a guy the other day and he was speeding through and he almost hit my car. I was like, you're driving through here like you're at the racetrack. Don't you know at the racetrack, at the pits, you have to stay at a low speed? Everybody should know that. Christmas drive, yeah, that would be cool. They have a lot of cool Christmas decorations up here too. The whole city lights up, really. They got skyscrapers that are just completely lit up. I don't know if it's going to be like that this year, but that's how it was in previous years. Let me go in here and get this order. Be right back. wasn't too bad. It's also only a mile or so away, so that's really good. This is a win. This is a good order. And so this is probably the platinum thing, man. I know people say that you don't get good orders because you're platinum, but dude, ever since I've been like platinum or whatever, I get really good orders. I don't know, man. I don't know what to say, guys. I know the internet doesn't like that, but dude, you know, I started doing gig work a long time ago with Uber, and it was different. Yes, you made more money. I think you did. It was really good, but you know, shoot. Let's see, guys, is the stream failing? Are we still here? Let's see. Dang. Come on, guys, let's move. Yeah, I think so. Interesting. Can you guys see the stream? Let me know if you can see it, if you have a signal, if it looks good or not. Yeah, I think I do get better orders. Now, the official statement is that you do get better orders with being platinum. You know, a lot of people say that you don't, but I think you kind of do, actually. And, okay, good, cool. Okay, it sounds clear, okay, cool. I don't know what's going on with the chat phone over here. I don't know what's going on with it. I'm gonna have to refresh the chat phone. I'll do that in a minute. Anyway. But yeah, I think you do, man. And I don't want to just, you know, I'm not trying to just like, oh yeah, you know, a lot of people say, well, you're just making Doordash happy. And it's like, yeah, but I've experimented with this. I think the totals are better. But here's the thing. It's different in every market. Every market is different. So some markets, you got to take every order. Some markets, you could be very selective because there's a ton of orders and a lot of money. And then, you know, everything in between. Not every city's the same, and they don't roll out the program the same in every city as well. So we're getting close to this order here. I'm almost done with this, dropping this off. Now this is an example of a really extremely good order. It's 1050 plus. I mean, it could be 1075. Like, you know what I mean? They could just add 25 cents to it, or something like that. But well, you just never know. It's kind of a gimmick, but then at the same time, it's like, why don't they just show it, right? But I don't know. It is what it is, man. This is how it is. If you want to not do this, you got to go do something else, right? And that's life. And a lot of people have, and they've gotten out of the gig work, whatever. Now, when I was doing Uber in the beginning, it was really good, and I could do $1,000 weeks pretty easily. Sometimes I was doing like $1,200 weeks. A lot of driving, but it was worth it. You know, I bought a $2,500 car. It was a Chrysler 300, and it was just perfect for it because it was very comfortable, but it was heavy duty enough. It wasn't a 4-cylinder, so they get the great gas mileage, but it was in the mid-20s. No, maybe low, about 22, 23 miles a gallon. And it was comfortable, so people really loved the ride. So it got really good ratings and stuff like that. And it was comfortable enough for me to be in the car every day, which is also very important. You're going to be driving every day. So you want something that's good for your back and stuff like that. And that car is pretty comfortable to drive. It really is. So you can get in and out. It's not a big deal. Now, you don't really get in and out of the car. The problem with Uber was my knees, man. It really messed your knee up, not getting in and out. I think with DoorDash, just getting in and out of the car to go up some stairs or to go deliver, you know, to a house or whatever, or to go pick up in a restaurant, 8808. you know, you really, I'm gonna park right here. You really do pretty good for your knees. I'll be right back. Okay, so pretty good. So we're at the 54-minute mark, and I'm at 31:25. So not too bad, right? And that's not 31:25 including the 14 or whatever it was we made earlier, 15 something. It's just within this hour. So 31:25 for the hour. Not too bad. If you consider gas, you know, it's acceptable for a Tuesday. Not too bad. It's okay. But you know, you got to take into consideration, I just got tires, I just got a bunch of parts on this car, and you know, I spent $500. But here's the interesting thing. I noticed when I was in the tire shop, first of all, I had just changed my oil. When I put the parts on the car, actually when I did the brakes and I saw that I needed the parts, I changed the oil. So anytime I lift the car up, I just change the oil. You got to change it, you know, you need to change the oil regularly because you're using the car all the time. But so the oil looks nice. It's like real, you know, fresh oil change, obviously. And the tech, the guy, they call me, right? I'm eating. I went to that restaurant or whatever while I was getting my tires. And they call me and they say, yeah, the tech recommends that you replace the sensors in the tires, which it's just the air sensors that tell you whether it's like low on air or not. And I don't ever, like, once those go out, a lot of times I don't replace them. I check my tires every morning before I leave. I've done that for years and years. I don't need the sensors. Anyway, so no, I don't want a sensor. He says the tech suggests that you need an oil change. You should do an oil change. No, thank you. Dude, you definitely didn't look at the oil. The tech did not truly suggest that I need an oil change. I know that's for sure because it's fresh oil. Come on, man. And then I overheard them talking about, because you know, some customers came in, and the customers were like, "How much is it for brake pads?" It was a Toyota Corolla, so brake pads on a Toyota Corolla, and they're like $400. It'd be $400. What? $400? Guys, I get the brake pads probably front and back for 70 or 80 bucks. Premium pads, maybe the better ones, maybe up to close to 100 for a set of brake pads, front and back. And just do it myself. So it'll take about an hour because I don't have, because I'm working on the gravel stuff right now. I'm having the shop, but this is a 4 for 2 miles, but we're gonna just take it because we've had such good orders so far. So we're gonna take it and just keep the thing going. But yeah, it's like, man, I could just get the under $100. I could have the brake pads. I'm just gonna do them myself, which is what I had just done on my car, right before I brought it in. The only reason I took it to this particular tire shop is because they have an alignment rack, and so I needed an alignment because I just put these parts on my tires. Everything's way out of spec, right? Car's driving like crazy. You know, it's not safe. You really can't. You need to, if you do replace the parts, the one thing you need to do is the alignment. If you have the, you know, the tie rod ends and the lower control arms and stuff like that, you've got to do the alignment. So the guy was like, "How much for rotors and pads together?" $600. Oh man. So dude, here's what I just did. I just did pads. I got a set of tires because I got the budget tires, but they're the 50,000 mile budget tires, and they have really good reviews. I did that on purpose, and I was like, buy 3, get 4. I didn't get the certificates because I don't do that, and sometimes I do. If it's my wife's car, maybe, but for mine, I didn't get the certificates. So I put brake pads, lower control arms, tie rod ends, new sway bar end links, new set of tires, and an alignment for the price of pads and rotors for about $600 total. You know, because I did the brakes and all the other work myself. You know, just had to go to get the alignment. But it's like, man, you know, what is going on? You know, people are crazy, dude. I can't believe people spend that money. Now, I get it. Like, people make way more money than I do sometimes, so maybe it's just an easy choice for them, but that's a lot, dude. You're not really getting the most out of it. I mean, that's crazy, dude. $600 for pads, rotors. So I got all that stuff at the same price. It's like we're living in 2 different worlds. How you doing, Dan? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing some Doordash. I'm doing an experiment here. I'm doing like hanging out while I'm Doordashing, actually. So figured we could hang out while I'm driving and working. I'm up to, I did $31. I've been live for an hour, and we've done $31.25. We're trying to, if we keep it above 20 an hour, it's okay. But if we keep it above 25, it's better. 30 is even better. It's where we're at right now, but I don't know how long. I don't know if it's gonna stay that way. We'll see. And also, I don't know how long I'm gonna stay live because it's gonna get dark, and then you know, it won't be so fun. Also, Kendra has a live stream. Probably want to catch that. But yeah. So I hope you're doing well today. How many orders for $30? I think I did 3 orders, I think. What was it, 3 orders, guys? I don't remember, actually, because that was all I know. What was it, a 6? No, it was $8.25, a 6, a 10, I think it was, right? And then another, or it must have been an 8 or something like that, and then a 10, something like that. That's how it worked out. 4 orders, I think. But within an hour, not too much driving. I'm gonna go into Papa John's real quick. Don't let anybody steal my car. I'll be right back. We can chat though while I'm in there. Okay, that order had way too long of a wait time, and so I'm unassigning it, and this is why I don't unassign a lot of orders, because when it's like that, that was only a $4 order, guys. They're just using it to get by, but it's way too long. They haven't even made the pizza yet. So this is what you run into. This is the first problem order we've had. Continue, blah, 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 not started preparing. Okay. But I'm just going to use an unassigned and go ahead and get out of this order because it's not worth it wasn't worth my time to begin with, but I was just rolling. So we got another order coming in, $8.50 for 4 miles. So we're going to take that. That's to right across the street. So we just upgraded. Yeah, had to bail, man. It was not good. I was only taking it just to kind of keep the chain of orders going. I was talking about this earlier, like it's the algorithm, like eBay or YouTube, anything like that, you know. So it's like it likes you to be busy, and it keeps you busy if you are. But it was a $4 order. I thought it'd be a quick pickup, but they had not even made the pizza yet to put it in the oven. I'm not gonna play that game. But I don't. You can only unassign a certain number of orders, so I don't do it very frequently because of times like this. I want to be able to do it. I can protect myself from bad orders. I'm gonna scoot across there real quick. Fortunately, I actually like driving and I enjoy it, and I think it's like a game and it's fun. But anyway, so we're going to a really good Mediterranean restaurant that I actually eat at a lot. It's reasonably priced. For the price of a McDonald's meal, you can get all kinds of fresh Mediterranean dishes or whatever put together, and it's like you get 3, you can pick 3, and you get a, dude, almost ran out of light, or that stop sign. You can pick 3, and they have like tzatziki, hummus, Mediterranean chicken. I get the Mediterranean chicken. It's got a lot of oils and like vegetables and stuff, and then it has not really vegetables, but what I get is also tabbouleh, and sometimes I get there's like another salad that I get with it, and then I'll get the tzatziki or the hummus depending on the day, depending on how I'm feeling. But it's really good. It's amazing. But I'm about to pick somebody else's food up right now, so it's okay. I was just over here yesterday actually. It's really not that expensive. It's actually probably cheaper in some cases, depending on how you do it. And I know how to order. I just get the water. I don't pay for the drink and stuff. It's not good for you anyway. And so it's like really good and it's healthy. And then they give you pita bread with the order. You just get so much more, and it's wholesome food, and it's not freaking McDonald's. I don't eat. Guys, I'll tell you about McDonald's in a minute. Yes. Yeah, I'll tell you guys about McDonald's in a minute and why I don't eat, when I stopped eating McDonald's, why I stopped. But yeah, we can chat on the phone. I'll be right back. Get this order. Hopefully it's ready. Okay, I got it. That wasn't as bad as I thought. Let's see. I need to put this phone on the charger though. All right, let's see. Somebody's trying to call me on the phone, on the filming phone. I know that's a scam call. It's got to be. Nobody calls that phone. All right, so okay, down to. Let's see, over there. Okay, all right. I know where I'm going, so I don't have to use the GPS. Not bad. Only 2 minutes. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. And plus, this one pays twice as much as the other order, and it's about the same distance. So, yeah, really did a good move there, I think. Can't do that, but so many times. But yeah, can be good. Can be good. All right, let's roll. Let's roll. This is where we need the music, man. This is where the music would come in. And normally I would be playing some music right now. Listen to it anyway. It just makes it better. I was telling Kendra earlier, like sometimes in the city out here, I like to listen to some like 80s style synthwave music, and it gives me these cyberpunk vibes out here because it's like this city. This is a city. They call it City of Oaks, but it's so they got a lot of trees and everything, but it's a very also growing city, and they have a downtown that's pretty well grown up. A lot of, a few. I don't know if you call them skyscrapers or not, but and then a pretty vibrant nightlife and a lot of coloration, like the lights and everything. A lot of murals, things like that. So anyway, it's interesting, and I'm gonna do a cut. I'm gonna do a shortcut, and I'm gonna save a minute here. Hopefully, everybody goes left at this light like we're supposed to. It'll be the last left I have to make. Do all rights from there. Each day dashing. Actually, Dan, I dash a lot though, so I try to make well over 100 every day, but I shoot for 150, and I like to get to 200. Sometimes I get 200, but that's just dashing all day, like so it's kind of a grind. We didn't make that light, so that didn't end up being a shortcut. It's gonna break even, but that's okay. We'll have a green arrow on the next one. But hi, I love you, XOXO. How you doing? Welcome to the house. Thank you for being here. But yeah, I'd like to do 200 will be a whole day. Yes, exactly, and it works out that way. Like last week, I had a couple pretty much $200 day. One I didn't quite make it there. It was like 190. But on an average day out here, 125. Depends on when I start. I do my eBay stuff before 12. Like I try to get my all my eBay packed up, any new listings listed, pictures taken, descriptions, all that stuff, and then mail out to the post office by noon, and then out to dash, right? And then I'll dash as late as I want. So sometimes I dash until 10, but recently I've been finishing around 8:30 or so, or 9 or something, so I'm not like too late, and that way it allows me to get up in the morning. I'm trying to like shift my schedule to getting up earlier, going to bed earlier type thing. And I've done all kinds of schedules with this. Like I've done in harder times, there was times when I would just go do overnights, and then half a day, and then like half of overnight. Basically, I'd be coming home at like 3, 4 in the morning. But at the time, it was nice because there was no traffic on the road. But that's just not good for your health. So I stopped doing that. So I try to get to sleep. I like to do most of my sleeping when it's dark. That's the thing. So the more of your sleep that you can do in the dark, it's closer to that natural circadian rhythm. And I know you probably know this, but it's something I've had to learn to try to adjust to be a little bit more aware of as time goes on, and actually try to fit within that rhythm or whatever, which is nice. $20 an hour for a $10 day, 10-hour day. Yeah, $20 an hour for a 10-hour day. I can usually do that in about 8 hours, though. I wouldn't say it's always 10, because if I start at 12 and I end at like, well, that is a 10. No, yeah, 10 would be 10, but that's not normal. I usually only go that late if I start at like 1 or 2. Like right now we're at 1 hour and 15. We're 31. We had the hiccup, 8 something on this order. So then we'll be at 40. That'd be 20 for 2 hours, but I'll have about 35 minutes left. Yeah, it's just crazy. And not all the hours are really gonna stack up either. Like, not every hour is gonna be $30 an hour or 20 even. Some of the slower hours are gonna be a little bit, slower, maybe. It just depends. It really does. But on the weekends, you can knock that 200 out in six or 7 hours, maybe 8 hours. But it all depends, really. It all depends. But it's cool. It's nice when I wake up and I've had a good day on eBay, right? And then I can go out and have a good day on this. And if I have a good day on YouTube as well, on top of that, it's like a winner, like a total winner, right? Like it'd be nice if every day was like that. Of course it's not, but some days I have a really good day on eBay, not such a good day on Doordash, and then like that. That's why I like to have multiple things. If you're going to do the hustle culture grind thing, which is, I seriously would like to say that's not for everybody, and it's not for most people. It's probably not for 90% of people. And the problem is we've gotten to a point in our culture where a lot of people are doing this kind of thing for money, and you really got to do it a certain way. It's not for everybody. And if you're just door dashing, that's not good. You've got to have a backup. So no tax on tips, does that help? I don't know if that applies to DoorDash, Dan. I know some people were trying to petition to make that apply, but since this is a 1099, it's like it's a contract thing. I don't know if it's going to apply or not. But I'll say this, the mileage deductions are wonderful. So if I do $1 per mile, theoretically, not financial advice, of course, and it's 63 cent, whatever it is, 63 cent a mile deduction, and I go 100 miles for $100, then I've got a $62 deduction, so I pay tax on $40 for 38. It's just a theoretic. I'm just throwing that out there. 63, yeah. I'm just throwing that out there, but you get what I'm saying. So you really can pay. This is why I like doing this. There's some benefit to the mileage and stuff like that. And so if you get a cheap car, if you're driving a cheap car, you do all your own work or whatever, that can work in your favor with the mileage deduction big time. I'm not making a car payment. And we just talked about how I did my brakes, control arms, tie rod ends, sway bar end length. I did all that stuff, the work myself, took it to the alignment shop, and then put a cheap set of tires, but 50,000 mile set of tires on here that's well reviewed. And I did that all for like $600, all of that together. So I got fresh brakes, fresh steering, fresh tires, all that, and alignment, which is very important. So, saving a lot of money there. That's a car payment for some people. But those repairs are going to last me all year for those items. Maybe the brakes I'll do again. It just depends. But you get what I'm saying. So with the tax deduction, it's not bad. Now, if somebody's out here and they're driving and they're not doing the tax deductions, man, wow, dude, I don't know. They're going to get killed in taxes, man, because, it's obvious, right? Say you make 50,000. Oh, man, I can only imagine, dude. But see, we can, with the mileage deduction, that looks a lot more like somewhere in the 20s, maybe. I don't know. It depends on the market and how long the roads are. I use Everlance. I use an app to keep up with my miles, so I don't have to like log them or anything. It just keeps up with the miles, and then I file the proper miles away with the app. Like, this is for DoorDash, this is for personal, whatever. None of this is financial advice, of course. I'm the last guy you want to take financial advice from. we're getting close to this road here. I'm saying, but especially you, Dan, you don't need advice from me. But this is what I do. This is what I do. And for other dashers, it is so important that you have an app keep up with the miles. So important. I mean, we're talking, it's a huge difference at the end of the year, dude. It's gonna make you. You got to do it. You got to. If you're not doing it, you should be doing this job, this gig, whatever you want to call it. I don't like to call it a job. It's more of a gig. That's why they call it the gig economy. 8133. Okay, we're about to do a drop off here. So, but you get to know your local environment and your roads pretty good if you're doing this. But you got to do those mileage deductions, and that's why I've always gravitated towards things where you have certain deductions and stuff like that that you can legally take advantage of. You know, everybody should have some gig like that they can, you know, have some kind of a write-off or a deduction. All right, we'll check back with you guys in a second. Let me go drop this off real quick. All right, so we hit $40. Hour and 20 minutes, not too bad. Yeah, you know how to make it work. Most others probably. Well, you are if you're making payments on your car. $700 a month, plus insurance. New cars break down too. So we're talking about brakes, the things that wear out when you're door dashing and driving. It's not like necessarily the engine and transmission, although those things will go bad too. We're mostly looking at like brakes, tires, and suspension and steering components, things like that, which are things that are not too bad to fix if you can learn how to do it yourself, save a lot of money. But those things will also go bad just as quickly on a new car as they will on any other car. So it's like your brakes on your new car are not any better than brakes I just put on this car, and they're not going to last any longer. You will go through them. You will have to fix them. Now, depending on, of course, the program that you have with the dealer or whatever that you buy, you know, you may be able to do it. But if they figure out that you're actually like door dashing with your car, they're probably not going to let you do that. So, but that's how that goes, man. But it is I mean, it's not as good as it was when I was Ubering. I Ubered in the beginning. It was really nice, you know, easy. That's when I bought my first cryptocurrencies back then, or like, it was Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin, I think, back then that I was able to get in the very beginning, like a long time ago. And I was Uber driving, and I would buy like a little bit, like $5. It was crazy. I wish I'd have bought more, but I'd buy like $5 of Bitcoin, or I'm gonna go this way. It's about equal. And I would get maybe like the same amount of Ethereum, and then I just would get Litecoin because I thought it was interesting because it was faster than Bitcoin. So I was like, this is perfect. It's like faster. You can send this stuff quicker. But it was nice because I was getting paid pretty good to drive Uber, and I think that's fallen off too because it's just so saturated. A lot of people in the market, but it was nice to just get those like pretty good little payouts back then, you know, when Bitcoin wasn't so expensive, and Ethereum and all that stuff. You know, Litecoin was like the same price it is now. Like, I don't know, dude. Litecoin's freaking weird, but yeah, Bitcoin and Ethereum, that paid off a little bit, grabbing those back then. And I just wish I got more, you know. I wish I hadn't have been playing like little small games with it. Should play a little more serious than Mega Pizza. We got a 13. We're gonna take this. I hope it's not one of those mega pizzas. I hope it's not a mega pizza. They have this pizza that's huge. It's not. That's good. They have this pizza that's like really big. It's like it's 30 inches or, you know, 28, 30 inches, something like that. And it barely fits in the car. So. Oh man, yeah. When Bitcoin hits 3 grand, what was I doing? I think I actually did, but I was doing the same stupid thing, man. I was buying $10 and $5 and $10, dude. Which I guess at the time was smart considering where, you know what I mean? But it was like, dude, if I'd have just known and just bought one, right? Like that would have helped me a lot. But yeah, I was just, you know, whatever. But I just stacked through that whole time. So it was like 20 grand. It went up to 20 grand at one point, and then it went down. That's after that it went to 3, and I think after that the next cycle it went to 69 or something, and then after that it dropped down to I think 15. FTX crash. That's when I picked up the rest of everything I have. For the most part, I really have bought pretty well in crashes. I just didn't have like big money to put in there. And that's where I messed up. But it seems like when I'm looking back at what I've done, the only thing I didn't do right was when it went up to 69, I didn't sell enough. That's what I did wrong. But it's not hurt me now because, you know, we're above that. We're beyond that point for now. But so holding still ended up working out. It's just like, dude, you think where you could have reallocated all of that, and there is a bit of loss there, potentially. But whatever, you can't live with regret, you know what I mean? Like, I know a guy that had multiple Bitcoins, and I think he had like 7 of them or something. I think he sold them at like 10 grand or something. Or, no, he had 10 of them. I think he sold at 7 grand. Which he had nothing in these Bitcoins pretty much anyway, but it was like, you know, 70 grand or something like that. And it's like, okay, that's cool, but that's $7,000 a coin. Now it's $100,000 a coin. You know, well, what is it, 90, 80 something now today, but whatever it is. I don't keep up with it too much. I try not to look too closely at all that. I've kind of learned to do that, to not do that. But yeah, you know, it's like, you don't know. I was like, dude, you basically still made 70 grand, which is more than most people do in Bitcoin, in the crypto market in general, because most people lose money. I mean, let's be real. Most people will lose their money. Unless you just buy it and maybe buy it and hold it. You know, if you think it's going to be around forever, I mean, whatever, you got to figure it out for yourself. That's what we're all doing. Nobody knows what's going to happen, but yeah, I'm not in a hurry. I've never been, like, that's the thing, I'm not in a hurry to do anything, and I've learned that's probably a good thing. So I guess I got kind of lucky that I'm not. Yeah, I mean, it definitely, you know, it's like, dude, 70,000, 77 would be, even if it was 10, if it was 10x, it'd be 700,000, 750, say $750,000. That's a big difference than 70,000. Like, one of them might be life-changing. I'm like, for where we came from, that was life-changing, but it's like 750,000 would be a lot more life-changing. Like, that would be a good, you know, seed for other vehicles, to put into other vehicles, and, like, you know, to keep a bit more of passive income, beginning to build that up for the future, you know, things like that. You know, I look at things like realty income and stuff like that, and they just seem pretty stable. You're not gonna like get rich on it, but it's like a pretty stable income for older people and stuff. Not financial advice. I'm not the guy, guys. I'm like the guy on the bottom, like rebuilding. So I don't know, but I have done my research on it. I think that if I had a large sum of money, I'd be looking at things like that for some of it to stay safe. Dollar cost average in general, yeah. Oh, you lost 28,000 one Voyager. Oh man. So I was an idiot, and I staked a small amount. It was only a small amount, though. It wasn't most of my cryptos. I was just holding in like a wallet, but I was an idiot. And when they were doing all that lending, I had money in Gemini. I had some Bitcoin and some Ethereum in Gemini that I was like lending. I do some risky stuff sometimes, and it's kind of, I'm like, dude, you've got to know, dude, 8% is ridiculous. But it's like, yeah, I think it was making like 8% staking for 8%. They called it staking, but really it was lending. It was the whole Celsius thing. And when that went down, that got frozen for oh, I don't know, dude. It was like a year and a half or something. Like, I ended up getting some of that back. Actually, they gave it back later, which ended up working out because it's worth more now. But so I ended up getting it back. They had a lawsuit. It was like some kind of everybody was involved in the lawsuit. But it was wild. It was like a reality check, because everybody was just doing crazy stuff. They were like, oh, 8%, 8%, 10% on something like Bitcoin or Ethereum. That's so volatile that like that 8 or 10% could really mean a lot in the future. But it just wasn't. It's not smart. Interesting. Yeah, no, they did. Gemini did it because I was doing it through Gemini, and so they were doing the lending, I guess, through Celsius. But there was a lawsuit, and I remember, dude, they would every like week they would send me a thing, and they'd be like, all of us, I guess, but they'd send a thing. They'd be like, we're working on getting your money back. Here's the thing. Here's the progress. And then they would be like, here's a link to the lawsuit. They would tell you. They would be like, dude, and I didn't believe it. I was just like, they're just like playing with me now. You know what I mean? They just want to make sure that I still use Gemini or whatever. And which I don't use Gemini a lot, but yeah, and so I was actually kind of surprised when it actually went through. They were like, dude, yeah, you're gonna get a certain amount, and because it was a small amount, I think it was like 100% of what it was crazy. I was like, dude, well, that's nice, because I had already written it off. I was like, dude, I don't expect that. Not like legally written it off. I just, in my mind, I was like, yeah, that's not coming back. That's a loss. But now I got it back. It was some Bitcoin and Ethereum, so that was cool. I was like, dude, I considered it like free crypto at that point, because it really wasn't. It was my crypto. I was just getting it back. But Bitcoin really isn't crypto. I just say that. I think a lot of people just say that, but it's technically not crypto. Crypto is like, I guess, all the altcoins and things like that. No, it's not the mega pizza, thank God. It's like, I think it's like a large and some sandwiches and stuff, but I've got to park over here. Yeah, this parking spot's busy, man. There's a tow truck right there, so I'm not gonna pull in the front. I'm gonna pull right here in this actual parking spot. And yeah, we can chat on the phone if it's a wait. Hopefully it won't be a wait. These guys are pretty good. Pizza shops are pretty good because they know how it goes with the delivery stuff. So, hi Kendra. I'll be right back. All right. Okay, I'm back. Alright, I'm gonna have to put this other one in a bag because it didn't fit. Too much order. That's why I got like 3 bags in here. Alright, let's see. Refresh the chat phone. Alright, getting dark. Let's see here. Direction. Leesville. Okay. Oh man, okay, yes. Let's do that. Let's bypass the highway and go that way. Alright, so this order is pretty good though. It's okay. What is it? $13. Yeah. It's alright. Could be worse. You know, this parking lot's gonna be a different situation. Tight spot. Okay. A lot of activity over here. Uh-oh, it's a fire truck. Is that a fire truck? I think it is. You guys probably can't hear it. Can you hear the fire truck? Hopefully everybody's okay. I'm going this way. Okay. Wow, the microphone is, I think I have the lowest noise cancellation setting that you can get. That was an ambulance, not a fire truck. So I really do hope everybody's okay out there. I don't expect traffic to be too crazy. It's Tuesday, but it is gonna be wild. Yeah, I should have gone out the other way. I'm gonna have to hope somebody's nice and lets me out. I don't want to rely on the kindness of others necessarily, but it's like, man, gotta go. I gotta get out of this traffic here. Are you gonna let me go? No. You probably just want to go. You just want to go. Yeah. It timed out. I'll have to just catch the next wave. That's how it is here. Yeah, I'm staying in town. I'm going to hang out with some family, and that's pretty much it. The kids are gonna go. We're gonna go to the grandparents, my parents, and just eat a lot of food and hang out. That's all we do is just we hang out. We used to do the Target breakfast too, Dan. That used to be a thing that I did almost every Thanksgiving, really. But to be honest, it has gotten expensive over the years too. That's not probably the only reason. We just don't get around to it, but it's gotten to be an expensive thing. So. But it was good times. Everybody would bring their different tools, and then we would try them out. Everybody would get to try something new, maybe, or try something that they don't own. Just making sure this bag stays in good shape. Yeah, it's not cheap, man. No, it's not. It's like, it's crazy unless you just got 22 or something. But. Yeah, all the crazy fun stuff. It's not cheap. But it's a pastime. It's like I said, I just grew up. That was just whenever we have family get-togethers, we go out there. Maybe we'll do that a little bit. But it's crazy. Everything is for a lot of people. Everything is downsized. For some people, they're doing the best they've ever done. I'm somewhere in between. But we've also, we was talking about this yesterday with Kendra. We're not buying as much for Christmas and doing, things like that. We're just spending time with each other is just the key. It's so important. And so that's what we're focusing on. Family. I guess I'll turn my map on. I know where I'm going, but yeah, man. But it's all good. We're trying to make better financial decisions right now. The because it's just tough. You have something extra, it's like you have to think about it. It's like we could put this in a place where we could potentially increase it, or we could spend it once and it's gone. And I just don't like spending once and it's gone, right? Like that sucks. And things, they don't make you but so happy. They make you happy for a little bit. Even the kids, you know. And so they get, you know, some things, but just thinking about the long term, you know, the long haul. And you know, we get through these times. You never know. I think there's, you know, there's ups and downs in history. You know, I think about the Great Depression, for example. There was times when, and so it's weird because like the market, the way it is right now, is way up. So that's not, you know, they say, oh, yeah, it's the stock market crash. It's like, no, it's way more than that, because it's people not being able to work, or it's people not having good jobs, good paying jobs, and things like that, more so. The market is manipulated like in a different realm, and there are correlations, but it's more like people on the ground. Like I know, you know, just knowing people and talking to people, and everybody seems like everybody's like, man, food is so expensive, and everything else is so expensive, and yeah. So it's just like, and we have this debasement going on with the dollar. And, you know, at some point, on some level, and I kind of wonder, and they've talked about this openly, but like, if there's an attempt to just inflate away, and if it's insane, like to try to inflate away the dollar, or the debt rather, the dollars, you know what I mean? If you have a debt on $100 debt, and the $100 is no longer worth it, you know, it's like, if it's worth, the $100 is worth $80 now, but you pulled the debt on 100, you know what I mean? Is that a $20 gain for who? You know, can you inflate the debt away? And that just hurts the people, right, who are using the currency to buy things, right? They have to, you know, the day-to-day life using the currency. You know, I hope this is not a wreck up here. I'll check you guys out in a minute, but there was a police officer up here, and there's a lot of brake lights, and yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what's going on. Probably going to be in traffic for this. I probably shouldn't have took this order. Probably should have just chilled out. But I'm just going to consider this being chilling out, just driving slow. Yeah, board games are fun. Yeah, I like that game table, Dan. That's a super cool item because, like you said, that'll bring people together. You know, things are not inherently bad, and you know, it's just like we were like talking about earlier, like that, you know, that rifle and that ammo. It might be expensive, but maybe it brings the family together. Maybe it brings people together. You know, so that's a good thing. Yeah, dude, there's some kind of like, maybe, I don't know what's going on, but the traffic is insane right now where I'm at. It's just 5 o'clock. It's not like California out here yet, but it's definitely not the way it used to be 10 years ago. In this city used to drive a lot better, and now it looks like I'm gonna get stuck going there and maybe coming back a little bit. So keep getting calls. Plug the charger up here. Too much GPS phone. Yeah, dude, we're gonna be in traffic. Sorry, guys. Yep, we got an ambulance or something coming up behind us. Alright, might have to get over. Let's get over. Let's let this person. We got to get over and let this ambulance get through. I hope everybody else does the same. Here they come. And police behind them as well. So we might as well just stay over and let them through. Hopefully this doesn't okay. No, that's police. Yep, we gotta let them through too. Guys, you guys are idiots, man. Y'all need to pay attention to what's going on. Y'all are getting the edited version of what I normally have. Dude, I want to say something a little bit stronger, but I'm not gonna do it for the sake of YouTube. Alright, we're gonna get back in here. Nothing too bad. Hopefully this doesn't cause problems down the road. That's alright, Kendra, I know. I hope you have a good rest of your day. I won't be on here too long, and I'll see you later on. Thank you for being here. Yeah, this is the downside. It's the downside of Doordash right here, man. Okay, Dan, you have a good one, man. Yeah, we'll be staying safe in this traffic. I appreciate everybody that's stopping by. Hope you all have a good one. Hit the like on the way out if you don't mind, and I will see you guys later on. Much love. All right, traffic is clearing up, so we're gonna make our way through here. This is good. Just driving. Thanks everybody for being here. Sorry I'm not being too fun. We just had some crazy traffic there and like some emergency vehicles, and had to be on the safe side, so we had to pay attention. It's starting to rain as well, so like all the conditions, right? All the conditions. And so safety is the most important thing. But I don't think this will be late, so hopefully it says we're 5 minutes out. This will put us over 50, and we'll be at 2 hours, and that'll bring us back down to like between 25 and 30, probably around $26 or $27 an hour. So and then it's getting dark, so I don't know how long we'll be on. Two more lights. Yeah, those guys are really cool. Kendra and Dan, both very cool individuals. YouTube is a very interesting place, and but I've met some really good people to meet out here in YouTube land. So it's been nice. So nice experience. But, you know, it's not for everybody. Maybe I should make a video about that. If you're just popping in, we're driving, we're Doordashing, and I'm in traffic, which is great because it's like 5 o'clock, but we're gonna make it happen. We got this one order, we're about 4 minutes out. We're gonna go ahead and drop that. It's a $13 order. I think we're at like 26 or 27 in an hour. We'll recalculate it after we drop this off, just for fun. But if you're here, I appreciate you being here. Go ahead and hit up those likes if you want to, just for fun. And yep, I can't read the chat, but feel free to say what's up, and I will check your messages later. So get out of this traffic and get stopped. May take a break after that. May take a break after that. Okay, get off the exit. There we go. This is it. This is it. Close. Almost there. We're struggling out here to make a living. We're door dashing. So, delivering food for money. Driving for money. Getting paid to drive, which is like, I wanted to do this as a kid, but I didn't know it was going to be like this. Oh man, thank you all for being here. Appreciate it. There's the police behind me. They're going to whatever was going on up there. It must have been a few miles up the road because it didn't really stop the traffic down here, but yeah, it's wild. Hopefully everybody's all right. There was an ambulance, and then a police car, a few police cars. I think might be some more back there. I've gotta go, man, when it's time to go, because this hill, can't see over it. I need like a light or something that says traffic coming. Could be here for a minute. Could be here for a minute. This needs to be a stoplight, I think. I need a new traffic pattern. I probably should have maybe looked and see if there was another option to get over here. There isn't, so it looks like we're just stuck here. Okay, we're going. I'm going. Made it. Alright. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's do this. Let's do this. Alright, so Woodchuck Lane. Take a left in 0.5 miles. How's everybody doing in the chat? Hope everybody's doing well. You having a good day out there? I'm over here just grinding, man, just working. Just doing the work. Delivering the food. Have a blast. Let's see. Chapel's gotta be close. Gotta be close. A lot of people on this road. Single lane road. A lot of people. So, alright, welcome to Driving Daily. Because we drive every day. That's what we do. That's what I'm doing, man. Just driving. Just driving, dude. Just driving daily. That's all. Just driving daily in here. Alright, so let's see. What have we got? 915. Very close. Very close. How can we find the house? Let's find the house, guys. Let's do this. Alright, there we go. Get close. 912. It's on the other side, which means it's right here. 914, 915, 913. Oh, does it count up? No. Well, that's it right there. Alright, cool. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Stay like Arnold. Stick around. All right, we're back. We're back. And it's pretty dark in here. That's spooky. They added a $4 tip, so that's good. That was 13 plus 4, 17. Hold on a second. All right, cool. So, all right, let's do a little calculations here. Boom. It's 56. And we've been live for 2 hours, which is when I started the live stream and also when I started the Doordash, the Doordash app. So 2 hours, 56 is $28 an hour. Okay, hopefully that's pretty good. I don't know. We'll see, dude. Okay, this car's just stopped in the middle of the road. What's going on here, guys? Let's move it along. Let's move it along here. All right. Let's do this. Let's keep it moving. Keep it moving. All right. All right. Alrighty. So yeah, that was so 56 for 2 hours is 20 something, 28, but 28 an hour, but I have to now drive all the way back to the other market. So you know, it is what it is, right? And now you guys can't see me because it's dark. It's dark outside. And I was going to end the live stream when it got dark, but I'll keep it going for a little bit. Why not? We'll see who shows up. See if we want to go for an adventure. But now we have to get all the way back to our market, and I really don't want to take any of the stores around here. So probably what we'll have to do is just, yeah, just gotta make that trip. It's all good though. It's all good. I wouldn't be doing much anyway because of this traffic. A lot of times I just take a break during the 5 o'clock traffic. So 5:31, yeah, on Eastern time here, 5:31. That's not too bad. Not too bad. And then we had the 14 from the other market, or 15 with 15, so 56, 15, 60, 71, I think. We could do better, but we could do worse. So let's just keep on going and see what happens. But I don't expect to get an order for the next, say, 5 to 7 minutes, something like that, because yeah, just got to drive back to this, all the way in between markets here. Hey, my face is red. Brake lights. Can't see you. All right. Try something real quick. All right, we got to get out. Oh, this is perfect. Perfect timing on that hill that we had a hard time closing in. Oh, right on. How you doing? Welcome to the chat. Yeah, dude, I was gonna end the live stream. It's getting dark, and I had all my people were in here earlier, and then they had to go do stuff. So right now it's just me and a couple people, but we're just hanging it out, and we're making it happen, dude. I gotta go drive back to this other side of town now, or like back to the market. I'm on the edge of Raleigh and Durham, and I had to go into almost Durham for a minute. It's been slow today. I think tomorrow I'll pick up. Yeah, probably. It hasn't been, I wouldn't say it's been slow today. Not too bad. I made, we just did the calculation and I just forgot. I think I'm at like 28 an hour right now, but maybe different because I did 2 markets. I did that, I did the small town and now I'm in the city. So small town I made like 15, city I made like 56 so far. We've been running for 2 hours over here. I started the live stream right when I started, so we're at 2:06. So we've been doing 2 hours of Doordashing, $56. And yeah, it's okay. It's a Tuesday. You know, it is what it is. But yeah, I had some excitement earlier. There was an ambulance and police officers coming through. And I don't know what it was, you know, because it was down the road. I never got to it, thankfully, because I didn't want to get stuck. But hopefully everybody's all right over there, down off 70. So hopefully everybody's all right. But yeah, I don't expect to get an order for a couple minutes until I get back up here in this area, man. And you know, traffic. We're halfway through traffic now, so I'm probably just gonna stick with it. See how it goes. But yeah, this is I've been trying this out, like I've been trying this out today, like just testing it out. And I'm driving and I'm streaming, Doordashing or whatever. And then when I go in the stores, we can chat because I can get on the chat phone and I can kind of talk to everybody when I'm in the store picking things up. I just leave the phone in the car or the camera. So it's working out pretty good. Like, it's working out. It's a cool little, I might do this some more. We had some people in here earlier. Had a little small crowd. So it's cool. Kind of helps the channel a little bit and it's fun. It's fun to interact, right? I thought it'd be fun to do a DoorDash together. We haven't done this yet, so, and I've talked about potentially doing it. The thing is like when I'm driving, I'm being safe, I'm not checking the chat phone or anything until I come to a stop. When I'm stopped and parked, then I can interact. So if I don't get to your comment until a little bit later on, that's why. It's because I'm being safe, guys. But yeah, I'll definitely check on that in a minute. Probably park here in a little bit once I get back into the market. If I don't get a order, I may even turn the app off and turn it back on, but I don't know. That's like some voodoo stuff. I don't know if that actually really works or not, but it's something I've tried. Alright. And I was going to cut it off, like I said, when it got dark. I don't know how long I'm going to go for. I'm going to probably just keep it rolling for a little while, I guess. Why not? Why not? Some slow today. Wait for us. Amazon. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have the scanner thing. All my phones are occupied because I'm live streaming right now, so all the phones are being used, but that'd be worth looking into for sure. So hopefully Spark is busy. I would think that it would be. I would think Amazon would be busy, man, because they already have the Black Friday deals going out. Some of those items have to be going out today and tomorrow. But, and I guess Amazon's gonna be running Thursday as well. I don't do I'm not gonna do, I won't do DoorDash Thursday. I'll just be like hanging out. But the thing about DoorDash is like, I feel like on Thanksgiving, and I'll just try to take a day off. I don't have many days off anyway. I work every day, but I feel like Thanksgiving is a day when most of the restaurants are closed anyway, probably. I don't know. Let me know if you guys have luck with Thanksgiving, but okay. Yeah, I appreciate that. That'd be handy. But yeah, I have I just take a day off on Thanksgiving, and Christmas Day I do the same thing, but I do work almost every other day, man. It's crazy. Seems like. But yeah, dude. Don't forget to like the stream if you like the stream. By the way. Dude's got some crazy green lights, man. Alright, we're getting back into the market, so I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not technically in the zone yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if I start getting an order here soon. But the thing about going outside of the market, coming back in, sometimes you have to refresh the app. So I don't know. If I'm here long enough and that doesn't happen, then that's what I'll do. Refresh the app. I'll go park, chat for a little bit, hang out. We'll kick it. I'll turn the app on. Because it's killing my hourly, technically. But that's the kind of thing that happens at 5 o'clock traffic, guys. You want to drive at 5 o'clock, you could get stuck in some traffic type situations, and it just burns that whole hour. Well, I think we burned like 30 minutes just now with this delivery. It is what it is. Okay, I got that. Thank you. Appreciate that. I'll check it out in a little bit. That'd be cool to check out live, probably. But I want to check it out first before I do live. Right? Before I look at it live. The possibilities are endless, actually. They really are. Okay, I've got an order coming in. So let's see what we got. Little Caesars, $9. That's awesome. I couldn't see the mileage, but we're a ways away from Little Caesars, so that's pretty good. $9. I think it's like 5 miles. They get some decent orders today. Not bad. I got one order that was really bad. It was $4 for like 2 miles or something, and it was a Papa John's, and I went in to take it. I was going to take it because I had gotten a bunch of orders already, like that were really, really good. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to keep it going because the algorithm likes this. And I went in, and they were like, yeah, we haven't even made the pizza yet. So I didn't take that order. I just, I what do you call it? Unassigned the order. I don't like 99% anyway. I was at 100, so I unassigned that order real quick. It got like an 8.5, $8.05 for, I think it was maybe 5 miles or something. But I took that because that got me over near some other nice restaurants, and then the other one was like a 10.5. It ended up being like $14. You know, they added a tip, and I don't know, that brought me up to like 31 or something. So it worked out pretty good. So now I'm going to go over to Little Caesars, which is also hit or miss. It could be ready. Could not be. They have the portal. So they usually just give you the code, and they enter the code, and then the portal opens, and it says something like, welcome, welcome, or something like that. And then it's like, have a nice day, or something. I don't know. Or enjoy your pizza. I can't remember what they say. I'll check out what you're saying in a minute too, by the way, in the chat. But yeah, I don't know, man. Little Caesars, this one is situated in a weird place, so order's not always good, but this one is going right back into where we want to go. So this is beautiful. This guy's like really close to the back of my car, as you can probably see. Okay, he's getting the other way, thankfully. Yeah, dude. Let's see. But nighttime in Raleigh, it's pretty good. Not too bad. This is $9. This is going to be good. This will catch me back up. So that'll get me over 60. So if I'm at 3 hours, which I'm at 215. Even if I got to 3, and that was it, that would still be 20. I'd still be above 20, and we'd be good to go. So, and I think we'll get above that, no doubt. If this order's ready and we can just pick it up quickly, you know, we'll just hop out. We'll get that done, and then we'll have at least a half hour, maybe 40 minutes left in that third hour. So we're good, man. We're good. Rolling right along. On a Tuesday, I'll take it. You know what I mean? If you're just hopping in here, we're Doordashing, and we're trying to do the best we can on a Tuesday night in the city. So we got a little Caesars for $9. I gotta pick it up. See what we can do. See what we can make happen on this. Hopefully it won't take long. But yeah, catch up with the chat. I'll catch up with the chat when I go in to pick up the food. If there's any wait, then I can do that with the chat phone. So it's a pretty cool system. It's the first time I've done it, so not a lot of people probably filing in right now. And we got some more excitement. We got an EMS behind us. Looks like we got an EMS behind us here. And what are they doing? Where are they going to go? I got a lane empty right here next to me, so hopefully he'll just take that left lane. It's coming up right behind us now. I got a green light over here and a red light going left, so hopefully he's going straight. And he is, so he's going to go right straight through that green light. That's awesome. Glad that worked out. Because there's 4 lanes, 1, 2, and 2 turn lanes, so sometimes it's completely jammed up. I don't know what he would have done. Maybe go across the median and go to the other side. I don't know. I've seen some crazy stuff. One time a fire truck came so close because we all had to jam up on the side of the road, let him through. And I saw a car that didn't want to go all the way. And it was close to me, but it almost took their mirror off, man. I was like, dude, you got to get over, man. You can't, like, we got to make a room for this thing. This is an emergency situation. These guys don't just put their lights on and go drive around for fun. Maybe. I'm not going to say they do, because we need our emergency services. Very important. Very important. So I got a red face. That's cool. Hey. Oh, yeah. I can kind of scanners, fire, EMS, cops, the bus stuff, etc. Okay. Hey, cool. I'll check it out. Yeah, downtown Youngsville's terrible for traffic. I mean, it's all terrible right now. It's that time of day. It'll even out a little bit, and then it'll be really smooth sailing all around town. So hopefully it'll be good. Hopefully it'll be good. Hope everybody's doing well. Thank you for joining. Let's see. This is the light that took forever. Yeah, I had a lot more people in here earlier. It was pretty cool. Suspect some people will probably hop back in at some point. Just hanging out anyway, so it doesn't matter. These lives, whenever I do vertical lives, it's not for the people that like watch the videos, because there's like a crew that watches the videos, and then there's like people that show up for the lives, and that's cool too. This is for the live people. You know what I mean? It's kind of exclusive, really. I was saying earlier, like, I need to find some copyright-free music so we can jam out on the live stream. Right? That'd be fun. Way better, way more realistic, because I usually do jam out if I'm not doing this. Listen to some music or whatever. So we're going in this Little Caesars here. We're gonna check this out. See if we got arrive at the store. Okay. That's a lot of items. All right. Hopefully we'll all fit in the bag. It's a little crowded over here, so I hope this order's ready, man. Dang, everybody. It's like, you know, it's like either a recession or just generally hard times when the Little Caesars is just packed on a Tuesday, man. Man, all right. That's cool. That's cool. All right, so you guys can watch the car. And the cool thing is I can get the chat phone up and I can actually watch the car from where I'm going, which is cool. kind of neat, actually. So I'm gonna go pick this order up. I'll be right back. Hang out. I'm back. Oh man, the service is bad here. What's going on? The service is terrible. Can you guys see and hear me? It's like, I guess it cut out or something. What's going on with that? Saw a little circle thing. All right, I got the order though. That's not too bad. Let's see where it's going. I'm gonna check it so that I don't have to look at the GPS because I don't want to have to do that. All right, so going down there, and boom, boom. Okay, no problem. I know where we're going. All right, so now I don't have to constantly check the GPS. Okay, it's also no one wants to cook because of Thanksgiving. That could be too. That could be too. Yeah, so yesterday was pretty busy too. Like, I mean, from Monday, it was actually pretty busy. And I did my live stream, like the vertical or the horizontal, the regular live stream or whatever yesterday. And when I got done, I went ahead and, so I can turn this, before I get too far along, I'm going to turn the light down on that. There we go. Yeah, I can turn the light up on this one. Get out of this parking lot. There we go. There we go. All right, cool. So, well, maybe not that much. All right. Okay, there we go. Pretty good. It's just gonna have to be dark, guys. It's just gonna have to be dark. We're gonna keep rolling for a little while. But yeah, I did the live stream and then I got on the Doordash app and it wasn't too bad. Like, I did less time than normal and made probably what I would normally make for a full day. So not too bad. Kind of busy. Do people have off like all week for Thanksgiving, or is this just like, I feel like it's just Thursday and Friday for most people. I haven't worked a regular job in so long that I really don't know how that stuff works. Okay. Yeah, this traffic will be dying down here soon. I'm gonna get rocking and rolling. Rocking and rolling. Yeah, man, really wish I had that music though. That'd be dope. We'll get something going though. I'll figure it out. I'll have to talk to Kevin over at Tuber Channel. We'll see if he's got some, if like he has experience with that, using that music or whatever during the live streams. Because, and I'm not talking about attaching it to the phone, like, or to the actual video. I'm talking about like just playing it in my car, like while we're hanging out, but not getting a copyright strike. That's what I'm going for. So That's what we'd like to do. It's what we'd like to see. And then if I get a better mount, if I do this the next time I do this, I'm gonna look for a mount that can have the phone look both ways, because the front camera is blocked. Well, I think it'd be cool on some of these roads to just go ahead and like flip the phone around so you can the camera so you can see the other, you know what I mean, what's going on like in front of the car. 'Cause that'd be cool. That's what I want to do next. That's how I'm gonna upgrade this whole situation, this whole gig, this live stream thing. And then the horizontal lives, if you ever see the horizontal lives, those are more kind of like videos. I mean, hanging out a little bit, the same as this, but it has more of a video vibe. Usually I like to keep it going, keep it moving until it doesn't, and then go ahead and sign off. But I kind of like this. The vertical's okay because we're just hanging out, we're just cruising. But I do want to turn the phone around at some point so you guys can see the city and stuff like that. That would be add a little bit of something to our situation here. All right, so we're very close. We're 2 minutes out from this pickup, from this drop off. That's actually not that bad, man. That was not a long wait. She was pulling the order out. I didn't realize it, but she had that order. Like when I walked in, and she asked like, you know, what order I have. She had it in her hand, so it wasn't like ready in the little box or whatever that they put it in the portal they call it, but it was ready. That like she had it ready. She was just grabbing the order in the back when I got in. I didn't know that. It's pretty good, man. And then $9. We're gonna drop this off, make this money. We'll get this money. And yeah, let's do it. All right. So I'm in the apartments. I used to live real near here, man. This is crazy, dude. This is like a lake, and it has all